Hello, I'm Catherine Knight-Wise.
And hello, I'm Hillary McClure.
We're very, very excited to be proposing an idea for the Maine Women's Conference breakout sessions. The idea started about 2 years ago. I read this article in the New York Times and the writer asked a question, what would you tell your 18-year-old self? And I immediately wanted to answer the question myself and share it with some friends and family on an email, which is what I did. And then Hillary and I started meeting and she asked me to be her mentor, and we were talking about some ideas and some projects, and I said to her, what do you think about this idea? What if we asked women throughout the state of Maine what they would tell their 18-year-old selves? And so it started a very exciting conversation.
Yeah, and it was really great. I'd never had a woman mentor before, so it was really important to me to explore this idea, especially in service of the Maine community. I'm from Maine. We're both from Maine. And we live in Maine, love Maine, so it was really exciting to think about talking to different women leaders in Maine and hearing from them what they would tell their 18-year-old selves. Because it's a really important conversation that we're having right now as far as hitting a lot of different things: mentorship, reflection, introspection, all of continuing conversation together, and so as we discussed this idea together, it became really apparent that we needed to share this with others, and the Maine Women's Conference was a very natural progression of that, and it really lends itself to such a great opportunity to engaging women who want to be inspired and feel empowered and to learn and to have that guidance.
And I think we learn so much from each other's stories, right? And I think when you tell your own story, you also discover things that you thought were really important, maybe not so important now, things that you want to be more important in the future, and actually you can change your story, right? So I think this is a really important conversation to have, and I think this is the perfect forum. The Maine's Women's Conference last year was so successful, sellout crowd, so really would love, and everyone can participate in this. Hillary will go over the details, but we really want a complete participation from everyone that attends. So Hillary, you want to take us through that?
Yeah, absolutely. So in addition to the list of panel participants that we proposed in our RFP response to you for our breakout session, which isn't prescriptive by any means, that's something that is meant to be very collaborative between us and the Maine Women's Conference Board. So if there are any other women leaders or just women in business or art or culture, what have you, that we want to include, we can work on that together. It's just a nice, top hit of where we think this could go, but we would like to interview each of them and have them respond to what they would tell their 18-year-old selves, and then we would create a long-form video that would open up our breakout session of the conference. But then after everyone watches that video, what's really captivating and exciting for the audience is we would ask, in partnership with you all, to have folks voluntarily fill out what their response would be to what they would tell their 18-year-old selves, and we would aggregate those responses graphically behind us so everyone would see themselves represented among the panel that we have to have this dialogue with everyone. And we would go through the panel. We have some other prompts that we would be able to ask the women, and we would ask them, is there a piece of feedback that was inherently personal someone shared with you, and what did you do with that? How did you take that and turn it into something positive, or how did it shape who you are today? And we would have many different types of prompts, as well as opening up the conversation to the floor so that the female attendees of the conference can come forward and they can ask their own questions. And this would create a really nice equal playing field for us, for everyone to have that dialogue with leaders that they might not feel as though they would be able to do that with. But it kind of creates that vulnerability, which in itself creates that connectivity that will really empower and inspire everyone.
Yeah, there's a lot, I think, for all of us to learn from each other, and the Maine Women's Conference is a perfect place to do that. So we're looking forward to working with you. Please let us know if you have any questions or any feedback or anything that you'd like us to collaborate with you on. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much.